You're everyone. I'm Wally, and the rest of the listeners are Brennan, and we're roasting chips, yes.
Hello!
Nice. Hello.
How is everyone doing? Happy Life Day. Today's Life Day.
Today is Life Day?
Today is Life Day, according to the official Star Wars account. Yeah. Life Day it is.
Why does official Star Wars canon use the same calendar system that we have?
Because it just
Maybe
makes
they don't.
sense.
Maybe that's why it's not on Christmas.
That makes sense. They actually have like a 400 day calendar, and just so it keeps moving in terms of our time.
Yep. That would be the only way it makes sense.
Yes.
Unless
yes.
today is the day in history that the Star Wars holiday special came out, in which case, oh God.
Yes.
But so there's lots
We have a
to
fun
talk about.
podcast.
Oh yeah.
Lots.
Lots to talk about.
We got the Disney Day, everything that brought. We have Spider-Man. We have pictures of Spider-Man. Moving pictures.
Yes.
I'm dressed up like John Constantine for some reason, it seems.
Yes, and I look like I'm about to rob someone's house.
Nice.
So, and this is all I wrote in my notes for the part one of news. The trailer. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're diving straight into that then.
We are
straight into that.
Through Disney Day.
Save all the boring stuff for the end.
For later,
everyone's already tuned out. Give them no reason to continue on past the first bit here.
They need audio of Spider-Man right now.
Yes.
So let's begin.
Yes.
We got part two. We got a trailer yesterday.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2,
we got the
Spider-Man
official
3.
trailer.
Yes.
Yeah. There's no teaser trailer or anything now. We're past that.
Yep.
This is the official trailer.
The official trailer. They listened to Brennan when he said he wanted pictures of Spider-Man. Well, RJ, what'd you think of it?
I am very excited. I'm a little. I hate it when they do this with trailers, though, where they just reveal pretty much everything that happens in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the little details are what's going to be missing that are going to be filled in by the movie itself. But
like what invisible hand is punching the lizard?
Right. Like what's going on there? Come on. And then I just I love how much they're trying to jam pack in, but they're definitely very close to making the same mistake Spider-Man 3 did with Tobey Maguire. So, I would love to see how it goes, but very wary as to how much they're doing, because boy oh boy are they doing a lot.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
I am actually because for the past months now we've had rumors of this will be included and this will be included and this will be included, and it seems like a lot. It seems really overwhelming, and honestly I was not as excited for Spider-Man as I thought I might be.
Mm-hmm.
But then this trailer dropped and I actually got really excited. Like all of my worries are kind of pushed to the side here for at least now, because I think the way they're doing this story works with all the characters. I don't like when trailers just spoil the main plot points. I like that to be revealed in the movie, but in this case I kind of do like that we've gotten the feel for some plot points now, because now I think that they can make this story work. I think the way they're doing that is the only way they could make all of these characters come together and not feel super overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got that confirmation of how things will kind of play out. Because up to the point of seeing the trailer, I was like, if they're going to have 8 characters in here and it's going to take an hour to introduce all of them, and the movie is not going to be 8 hours long, so I have no idea how they're going to make this work, in what universe this will make sense. Right. But here, they're providing us a framework for how all this stuff will fit together, and it looks like it'll be pretty sweet.
Yeah. I saw someone's take on if they had a similar take to what RJ said about, it's giving away a lot of plot points, but they said that about the first trailer. And then this trailer contradicted what they thought about that, because they almost seem like two different kind of storylines. And that what was introduced in the first trailer is that like it was like gonna be like 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And you know, I've always, or this entire time we've been talking about it on this podcast, I've been very against the multiverse
Yes,
happening
I
already.
wanted to ask you about that because this trailer basically was just up in your face. Like we like the last trailer we mentioned the multiverse a lot. We kind of alluded to it, but here we're like flat out telling you this is the multiverse. Look at this. This is the multiverse. So what is your reaction to kind of seeing how the multiverse will play out in the scope we've seen here?
Am I allowed to be excited for this movie? Like this trailer got me so hyped up for it. Like I'm still excited for Eternal because I still haven't seen it, and I'm super excited for Hawkeye, which we'll get to. But am I allowed to be excited for this movie? Because I've been bashing, you know, oh no, I'm not ready. We're not ready for the multiverse. We got to have this, and this first. Oh, there's so many great villains to explore. But then I saw this trailer, and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna do it okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I'm really excited for it, but at the same time, I feel like I shouldn't be because I've bashed it for so long, you know. And just to hear the original Green Goblin's voice again, and to see him, and to see the original Doc Ock, and to see Jamie Foxx's Electro, but like looking like actual Electro.
Yeah.
And Sandman and Lizard getting punched by no one. It all came together, and like it didn't feel as overwhelming as Spider-Man 3 did for some reason, you know.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Great. Yeah. Anything else? Like, is there any particular, like, okay. I do, on the other hand, I don't want Toby and Andrew in it. I want it to be Miles and Gwen, or Miles and literally anyone else. And when I saw the scene where you know, I know they kind of edited it together, and it's probably how this actually is, but when Doc Ock says you're not Peter, I'm kind of hoping it's Miles that he says that to, and not RP like the MCU Peter, but everyone knows it's the MCU Peter. I'm just hoping too much. And also, where's Daredevil?
Let me tell you, my favorite line of the entire trailer was probably when, like, you know, Peter removed his mask in that fight scene, and then it like cut to Doc Ock, and he was like, "You're not Peter." I love that scene. I really thought that was really well done. I love how it's kind of looking like Doc Ock maybe helping the heroes more than anything, because like just giving him that kind of a large, important role like gives him enough depth to be a substantial character. Because like I'm excited for all the characters, but I mean they won't all get to have the same kind of journey, because if they did have that equal journey, this movie would be like 16 hours or whatever here. So like I am great, and like I'm very grateful for the character they decided to give a lot of story and screen time to. It looks like it'll be Doc Ock. Looks like he'll be heavily involved, because I really like his character, and the person who plays him has always done a fantastic job with that.
Alfred Molina.
So I'm very, very excited for that. It was great to see Green Goblin as well, and like
there's two of them.
Electro.
Yeah. Did you not see that?
There's two Green Goblins.
Yeah.
Wow.
The second one, it was a little quick flash, you know, just but it looked very much like Ned.
Yeah, it looked like the Hobgoblin, who Ned in the comic books ends up being.
Oh, interesting. That's really interesting.
The way that they made it look.
Wow.
Because Ned's actor has been, the last time I've seen him like make a public appearance or anything, it looked like he lost a little weight. And then in that shot that we see in the trailer, you can kind of see his hair. It kind of gives it away. If that
interesting.
If not, the only thing I could think of is maybe that's like an end credit scene or something that they want to throw in for the trailer or something, you know.
It could be Harry's Green Goblin from Spider-Man 3, or the terrible Goblin we got in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that's true.
But
they also have Electro, who I really like how he looks now.
Oh yeah.
Like, that looks super cool, and it'll be interesting to see if he's supposed to be the same Electro we saw in Amazing Spider-Man, but just has a different look now, or if he's supposed to be like another version of the character who's like the one we saw in Spider-Man 2, but like isn't from a movie we've necessarily seen.
I think this trailer was kind of so that they were like, hey, everybody, these are the villains coming from their respective movies or whatever. Because that line where Doc Ock is talking about how each of them have died fighting their respective Spider-Man. I feel like that's like this is what's gonna go down for this movie for these villains at least.
And I really like that line as well. Like this, like every question I had, every concern I had, this trailer kind of helped ease. Because my big thing was like, if you're bringing characters in from the multiverse, it's like, you know, it's great with Doc Ock, Green Goblin, like the Lizard, but like we've all seen them die in their movies.
Right.
So is it like they're coming in the middle of their fights with their other Spider-Man, or is it like how can that possibly work? Because we've seen like basically their whole arc in other movies,
right?
From when they started being a villain to when they stopped being a villain because they died. So how will it fit in? And this movie was like, oh, this is them, but they're dead, but they're not dead. They're here. Yeah. So it's great that like it's literally we have seen their whole arc, and this is after that arc. It doesn't matter that they died because that's within how the story is trying to be told. I don't know exactly what words to use in talking about somebody who's died but isn't dead.
I feel like
that's the best way that I think they could have gone about that.
I feel like the way that they're showing it, they're trying to make it so like they might do like a little, like the first 30 minutes of the movie, I feel like will be spent just explaining each villain's entrance into the MCU or into whatever is happening, and then throughout the movie, Peter gets to fight each one individually. I'm sorry, my cat was on the table. But I really, because the one thing that really stood out to me was Doc Ock's tentacles having that red trim.
Yes.
That looked like something that might have happened in Tobey Maguire's universe if that last fight hadn't happened.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So I feel like each of those villains are coming from, they're coming from their respective universes, but it's like that's very, very next universe over where things change just a little bit.
All right.
A lot of people were speculating that the red on Doc Ock's the tentacles were just nanotech from Stark in the MCU, that he maybe got that from Peter, from the MCU's Peter, which I thought was an interesting thought. As for them coming from the universes, I think they might come like right before their I guess right before their battles with their main Spider-Man, because if you remember in the movie, Doc Ock didn't go bad for a majority of the movie. Like for probably maybe like 2/3 of the way into the movie, he turned bad. It was really only the end, and maybe that's the version of Doc Ock we get. Because obviously he goes after Peter Parker, but then he realizes he's not, and that's maybe why he wants to help Peter. If that's what he's doing, I have no idea. That's just what it seems like is happening. Whereas we see the rest of them still because I don't think any of the other ones ever really liked Peter Parker until Sandman at the end. He was kind of understood Peter's, or they kind of had an understanding at the end.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, none of them really liked Peter in their forms. Like I know the Lizard and Peter kind of just, I know they were friends as not humans, but like powerless. But the Lizard
as
never
like
really
their
liked
alter
aliens.
ego things.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah,
it's
so
a lot to think about.
it sounds like we kind of all have very different ideas and theories about how the villains fit in and like what exactly their arc will be. So it is something where like while it looks like we got a lot of information, we still don't really know what the movie like will be. There's enough information now that we can kind of get an overall framework, but almost all of the specifics are still up in the air.
Yeah.
And it is like, I think RJ or Wally, I don't know. Honey, you said something earlier about how with the first teaser trailer, it looked the movie's kind of going to go in a different direction. It's been a lot more time focusing on like other elements instead. And then we get this trailer and it kind of recontextualizes the first trailer entirely, where all of a sudden it's like, oh, the focus will be split up a whole lot differently.
Yeah.
So maybe even what we see now, you know, we're starting to get more ideas, but that might not even be right at all. Everything we've seen could be in the first half hour, and then the rest of it is just, I don't know,
drama.
Sure, just
my fear.
Peter's just hanging out.
Now,
Yeah.
my biggest fear right now is that everything that was shown in the first trailer takes up the whole first half of the movie, and then the second trailer is the whole second half.
Yeah.
And then the last 20 minutes is that last scene in the trailer where Doctor Strange is up in the standing on top of the building and you see the sky splitting apart. I feel like that's the, I really hope not, but it seems like that seems like a last 20 minutes of the movie kind of thing. And then the other two Spider-Man come through and they're like, oh, we're here to save the day.
And then our Spider-Man is like, you're a little bit late. We literally just wrapped everything because this whole battle was on top of here. There's no one left to fight. You guys can just can go back home. Come back for Spider-Man 4.
Well, originally I wanted that to happen. Originally I wanted like an end credit scene, but like where both Spider-Man came through, was like, hey, we need your help. And then that's when the multiverse madness would be not the multiverse. Spider-Man 4 would be the Spider-Verse movie, but clearly that's not what we're getting now. So I mean, yeah, I would also be kind of disappointed in that too. And then
I'm sorry.
Unless there's more to say about that part, let's talk about the MJ Gwen fall.
I think RJ was just raptured or something. So dark world is the bright light.
The aliens are here. We got them live on camera. Oh my god, that's funny.
But yeah, that's such an insane scene that we got at the very end where MJ is just falling off and Peter dives to save her, because that's a very iconic image in a lot of Spider-Man. Because we had Amazing Spider-Man 2 where Gwen Stacy like died, right?
Yeah.
And that never got resolved because there was no Spider-Man 3 in that arc. Not that would have gotten resolved.
Because she didn't know.
Because she was just dead.
I didn't mean to laugh, but yes, she is very dead.
Yeah, and then there was the comic book arc where that happened as well. It looks like we're getting it here. I cannot remember.
One Last Day?
If
what you talking about?
I don't
okay.
remember.
Anyway, continue.
And I think in the original Spider-Man trilogy, Mary Jane fell off a building as well, I think.
Yeah, Green Goblin dropped her off a building when he dropped the train off the building.
But she did not die. She lived.
Yes.
So there's like a 50% success rate with this happening. So we'll see what happens here. I'm hoping that they don't kill her. Although Tom Holland has said recently that it's a very dark Spider-Man movie. So
yeah. Well, and then a lot of people were saying that like, hey, maybe Andrew comes in and like saves her because he couldn't save Gwen. I'm like, that would be too perfect.
I don't know if I would like that. That would kind of just seem a little forced and like staged.
Fan servicey
for me. Yeah.
Kind of. But I'm
fan
excited
servicey
for this. Part of me wants to wait to continue with the news until RJ gets here, but I think we kind of don't have the time. So
yeah. Well, let me think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about from the trailer. I really like how like Doctor Strange, like the role he has,
Mhm.
where he's kind of like just like it's like not like I didn't really like Spider-Man Far From Home because it kind of seemed that like people would make a mess and then Spider-Man had to clean that mess up.
Mhm.
And they could have done the same thing here where Spider-Man was just doing everything by himself, but Doctor Strange is really kind of like guiding him and asking him for help to Scooby do this crap, which was hilarious. Oh, he's back.
The rapture has ended.
He's returned from the heavens.
The aliens bring you back, RJ?
I'm sorry. My cat was in the sink in the bathroom.
No, you're good. The light turned on. It was really bright. Brennan asked if you got raptured.
It was so perfect. Just you went back there and all of a sudden this bright light like covered like half the screen. I was like, he definitely got raptured.
The aliens came and got you real quick.
Yeah.
It
was my time.
Yeah, I love that. I love that
though?
line. The Scooby Dooby do it.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, I know some magic words too, and they begin with please. And he's like,
yeah, and he's like, okay, please Scooby do this crap. Which was so perfect. So I really like that like Doctor Strange is really involved here, and it's basically like him and Parker both trying to clean this up in different ways. It looks like Doctor Strange just kind of wants to kill them all, kind of, because there's some kind of line about like they're all dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. And Spider-Man starts like freaking out. So I think Doctor Strange is straight up like, let's just like
kill him. Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see, kind of like the conflict between all sides, where it's not like just straightforward like, oh, heroes versus villains. It's like,
fuck. I'm sorry, guys.
Our just cats just keep trying, like, trying to kill him and such.
Yeah, your cat's all over the place today here.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm pretty sure your cat is just a little bit jealous we invited you on and not them. So
yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be my last thought about the trailer. All in all, I really think this is the best Marvel trailer we've had in a long, long time.
Yeah.
Like I really have like no Marvel trailer recently has gotten me really excited about going to see a Marvel film. Maybe because a lot of the recent ones have kind of been these like new kind of projects, almost. And I guess the Black Widow trailer was the most established character, and her trailer just involved a lot of stuff falling out of the sky.
Well, and we got like 90 of them.
Yeah. So this trailer really has gotten me very excited for Spider-Man, which I honestly didn't think I would be this excited for the movie with kind of how all the rumors we keep seeing online. But this, I am pretty excited.
Well, and these rumors have been in the rumor mill for a year.
Yeah. One question I do have is that if we do get Charlie Cox's Daredevil in the MCU, with now that we see that it is the full multiverse going on and all that stuff, do you think the version of Daredevil will have been or Matt Murdock, at least, this Matt Murdock, hypothetically, if he isn't there, will he have been in the MCU the whole time, or is he from like the multiverse?
I'd say MCU the whole time, because I mean, there'd really be no reason for him to come out of the multiverse and fight everyone at this time. So I don't know. I feel like we wouldn't see him in Daredevil form; it'd be Matt Murdock form.
Yeah.
So.
I saw something about the new Hawkeye show trying to lead into.
We're gonna get there. Echo, we'll get there.
The street level characters.
I have one piece of news before that, but we will get there because there is something about Hawkeye and the street level shows that I want to get to. All right,
perfect time for a transition then.
Yes, it is.
Time.
Except it has nothing to do with that. It actually would have been better if I had done it earlier because it's about Doctor Strange. But it is.
Well, that sure is strange. Speaking of strange,
the Hollywood Reporter has reported that Benedict Cumberbatch and the rest of the Multiverse of Madness cast and crew will be doing reshoots for at least the next 6 weeks, if not more. They're reportedly doing 6 days a week for the next 6 weeks.
Oh wow, that's really a lot of reshoots. That's a lot of reshoots.
Lots changed, so they're all back.
Yep. They accidentally filmed the wrong movie.
Oops.
They're like, oops.
Sorry, we filmed Shang-Chi two
Yeah,
instead. Sorry.
We've accidentally been filming Ghostbusters Afterlife the entire time. We just got an extra copy of their script. We didn't catch the mistake until we were in editing. We were like, wait, this isn't literally any of Marvel.
What's Paul Rudd doing here? So that's that. The next piece of news is Vincent D'Onofrio, who played Kingpin in Daredevil, retweeted a post about Hawkeye saying, "This should be fun. I love these Marvel series."
Word.
Wow.
Why is he teasing me?
This is like almost like
Why
when
am I
the
turned
guy
on right now.
This is like this is like when the guy who played Doc Ock, whose name you just said, Alfred. Yeah. Was just in an interview and he was like, "Yep, I'm in Spider-Man 3." Just straight up said it. Like he was like, "I don't care. I'm just saying it here." It's just like these like not like old, but just like older like actors or whatever just been in the game here for a while and like kind of I know their values being like, "Yep, I don't care." Here I am.
The like upon seeing that, it was the emoji of looking sideways personified. What are you telling us, Vincent? But
it would be so funny if Hawkeye releases just comes out in its entirety and he's like not in it at all. And then everyone's like, "Wait, why are you retweeting stuff? Why are you liking stuff?" And he was like, "Oh, I just like the show Hawkeye. I just thought Hawkeye was like a neat character."
Well, no, there's that, and then people are like, "Well, maybe he'll be an Echo because Echo and Kingpin are like adoptive like family." So like,
oh yeah,
in the comics,
yeah,
so,
that is right.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, just I know we'll get into all the shows that were announced and stuff like officially confirmed, but like when I saw that like Echo had finally been like officially confirmed by Disney, like I was like, that is exciting. That is really, really exciting.
I've actually never heard of Echo, so
really,
yeah,
she's cool. She's I think she's like, I don't know. Actually, I think she does a lot with like what Taskmaster does, except she's Echo.
Sweet. And like, I don't necessarily know a whole lot about her as a character either. I am mostly excited for like the Kingpin and Daredevil tie-ins and like and like all that, but like also like I do not want that to discount the importance of her just having a show like by herself, because I really do like the direction Marvel is going with these more niche heroes here, and I do not want that to be overshadowed by Daredevil and Kingpin and all that. But like if Echo can be used to bring them back in, I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As well.
Echo wasn't not the girl from the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie.
No, that
was Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Ghost. Okay.
Ghost,
no, Echo's gonna be in Hawkeye series. I believe. I think right now she's dressed as the Ronin, but I'm not sure.
Okay, wait. Okay. So what was it officially confirmed? Because I remember hearing about that. But I didn't know if that was officially confirmed.
Echo's gonna be a spinoff of this show.
Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Neat. So I'm excited to see an introduction to her character.
Yeah.
For sure. I wonder if she'll be introduced kind of like in the vein of Kingpin being there as well, or if Kingpin will be introduced in the vein of like her being there.
Right.
So I feel like they're gonna introduce one of the characters first, and be like, "Oh, here's the other one off of that one."
Yeah.
So let's just switch gears for a little bit and do Star Wars, because there was some very vague Star Wars news. During the Disney, I know. During the Disney investor meeting, which is the day before Disney Plus Day, it was revealed that Andor will be premiering in the fiscal fourth quarter of 2022, which is like late summer, early fall. In case you forgot that existed,
that's not
Cassian Andor from Rogue One.
Yes. Yeah. How do they do the fiscal years there?
I don't know. They just did.
You said
because it's the investor
before, right?
Fucker.
What it just says the meaning has been.
I know. Anyway.
Upgraded. Okay.
Oh, it has?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I read. Okay. Anyway, sorry about my outburst. But I don't know how the
This is-
fiscal quarters work. I'm an engineer for
Okay.
that for many reasons. That's one of them. But so
Because
and then
it's usually fiscal years go with the calendar year, or they go with. Okay.
I don't know. That's what the article I said I saw read. It didn't make sense to me
Interesting.
either, but I just went with it. So it's coming out late fall, late summer, early fall, supposedly.
Also,
Anyway.
for context, for the listener of the podcast here, we are back on Zoom. We're recording on
Yes.
Zoom again.
Yeah.
And Zoom is giving us the time we need. For
Yes,
some
it
reason.
is.
And everyone can hear me speak, which
Yep.
is good. At least I hope everyone can hear me speak. If not, I guess I technically can't be wrong, because if I am incorrect, you can't hear me be incorrect anyway.
That's true. You just
yeah.
hear me laughing for no reason. We got concept art for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
That was cool. And then we got a teaser,
Yeah.
kind of, maybe.
Yeah.
Sizzle reel, if anything.
Mm.
I got excited about it. No one else did. People wanted more. I understand.
It was neat to see him, and neat to know that there is going to be a Darth Vader Obi-Wan conflict.
Yes.
Like, that was basically confirmed.
The entirety of the
explicitly say so,
Empire
but, like,
existing.
Yeah, but like all of the concept art and like
Yeah.
Obi-Wan being like, I am going to fight him.
And then finally, on terms of this was literally posted today, Cameron Monaghan, the voice of Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order, tweeted today that something is coming tomorrow. A lot of people are assuming it's a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, but it
DLC.
literally could just be anything.
I bet it's DLC.
I mean, that'd be
I bet
something.
it's DLC because they just put it on sale not too
Oh.
long ago on the PlayStation Network.
Good to know.
Yeah, and they usually, when something like that goes on sale, because that game was phenomenal. It was
That's
like,
what I've heard. Yeah.
story wise, it connects. I mean, it doesn't really connect anything because it's its own section of what's going on.
Yeah.
But
And what game are we talking about?
Jedi Fallen Order.
Sweet.
You should at
Word.
least like what I did to just kind of fill myself in was watch the cinematics on
yeah,
Yeah.
on YouTube.
honestly, if you were to just do that, you would get the entirety of the game because a lot of the cinematic scenes in the game are like basically like clips from a movie. It feels like.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think
Yeah.
it's like an hour and a half on YouTube. Like I mean, if it's like a regular movie, if you just
Oh,
watch it like that.
Oh,
And then
okay,
it fills
sweet.
you in on the video game and all the lore there. I mean, I clearly want it all, so that's
Yeah.
why I watched it. But
Okay, sweet.
so DLC would be great. I mean, just anything Jedi
Yeah.
Fallen Order would be cool.
Nice.
All right, so now to the Disney Plus Day stuff. I just wrote down stuff I thought it would be interesting. I didn't write down everything.
Okay.
If, I might skip some stuff, but
First let's do what do
Marvel
we have
stuff?
that isn't related to Marvel at all?
Okay,
And
good because
the
that's
Marvel stuff.
exactly how I have it ordered.
well, perfect.
So do you guys remember Cheaper by the Dozen? That came out a couple.
I guess.
It was like
I
15 years
remember
ago
the
now.
name. I
Well,
remember the name.
They're rebooting it and will premiere March 2022. It will star Gabrielle Union and Zach Braff.
And now it's called Expensive by the Dozen.
The next thing was Baymax is getting a spin-off show.
Yeah, which
Will
that was
begin
weird.
streaming in summer of 2022. We're getting more Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies, as if we needed more.
Well,
and
those I've seen the trailer for the anime for that one, and the animation on it looks really good.
Yeah,
yeah,
the animated ones actually look surprisingly like good. I was really impressed. Honestly,
That's-
because I heard that they were rebooting it. I was like, oh, come on.
uh-huh.
And I saw like
This-
that actually looks like the book.
Right.
I-
It
I
looks
actually
like
looks
they
like
are
it.
going. They just use the book as the script instead of trying to make their own. So
Well, Jeff Kinney, the author, is heavily involved. So I
Well,
mean,
that's great.
that's really good. I mean, Disney's already hit the nail on the head with asking Rick Riordan to help with the Percy Jackson show, because when he wasn't involved, it was a shit show. But the first one will be out December 3rd, and then they announced Roderick Rules for 2022. I'm excited about this because I love those books.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're easy to
Okay.
read and they're very entertaining.
Neat.
And there's like 15 of them now. Like he
Yeah,
still
it's-
comes out with them.
Like
Yeah.
my question is the main character in at middle school still? Because middle school is supposed to
I have
last
no idea.
3 years. I'm pretty sure.
I have no
I haven't
idea.
been in middle school in a while, but I think it was 3 years, not 15 years.
I
No, he
stopped
goes-
reading at 5, I think, so I have no idea.
He goes to high school.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, he goes to
Okay,
high
okay.
school. I can't remember what exactly happens, but I remember a lot of it just being they spent a lot more time during the holidays in the book than they did
Okay.
about the actual school year. So
Okay, sweet. And
I sh-
like, if I recall correctly, anyway, I think between starting middle school and ending high school, there are about 15 years or so.
Yeah.
So at least that sounds about right now. Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm definitely gonna watch that next Friday or 2
Sweet.
Fridays from
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers release date was announced for spring 2022, which will be starring Andy Samberg and John Mulaney.
That was interesting. That was
Wow.
really,
A group
I did not
didn't
expect
think
that.
we knew we needed.
yeah.
Because what a duo. I love Andy Samberg. John Mulaney's funny.
yeah,
But I'm excited.
love
And you know,
John
Chip and
Mulaney.
Dale Rescue Rangers is a classic Disney show. So
Yeah.
is it
Oh,
a
yeah.
show or a movie? I think it's
It
It was a
it was a
show, I
show,
think,
but it
right?
had a
Oh,
movie
okay.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, but like is the new one a show or a movie?
Oh,
Show, I think.
I have no
or-
idea. Either works.
I thought
I'm
I
gonna
thought
watch
I heard it being a movie because I
Oh.
vaguely
Yeah.
heard something about it, but I'm not sure.
I don't either. I have no
All
idea. Hocus Pocus 2 was announced for fall 2022. For the record, I've never
Yes.
seen Hocus Pocus, and I don't really care. I just wrote it down because I figured other people would.
Nice.
I don't know. There's a live action retelling of Pinocchio starring Tom Hanks, Cynthia
Which-
Erivo, Luke Evans as the voices of Benjamin, Avon Ainsworth, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Keegan Michael Key, and Lorraine Bracco, directed by Robert Zemeckis, coming fall of 2022.
You don't look very pleased, Brennan.
No, like, and because I think Pinocchio was one of the rumored live action movies we got like a long time back when they were like, oh, this is gonna be like Aladdin and Lion King and Pinocchio. I was like, Pinocchio?
Yeah,
That's kind of a weird choice to do a live action retelling of.
What I
Yeah.
already said the voices of, so clearly it's not as live. Okay, The Lion King was not a live action movie.
no.
I
It was
mean,
an animated
it's not.
movie.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, okay.
The problem with calling these Disney remakes live action remakes
Yeah,
is
that's
the
true.
fact that they use so much CGI. I mean, The Lion King was entirely
It's
CGI.
entirely CGI. It
Yeah.
wasn't a
Yeah.
single real. I mean, they might have
Right.
real lions, but I don't know. I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I think
Live
they
action
had,
is a generous term with all that. I
I
will
think they
say.
did some kind of like motion capture for the close-up shots for the
Okay.
faces, so you could like see the lion's face emotions.
Mhm.
But like, even then,
Not
it's
live
just
action.
right. It's just a remake.
No.
It's just a remake.
No, I do say the Jungle Book was really good. I enjoyed that remake. That's like the only one I've like, actually
Eh,
enjoyed. I haven't watched a
I
lot of
still
the other
haven't
ones,
seen
but
that one.
it's good. I
Yeah,
enjoyed. But that was
yeah.
also their first one. So
Speaking
Yeah.
of Pinocchio, though, I don't know if you might have heard it, Brennan. But there's a Dark Souls.
you gonna talk about the video game?
Yeah,
I'm so hyped for that, and I don't even play
That-
video games, but it looks so awesome.
it looks really cool.
It looks so cool.
Really, really cool. I mean, it's supposed to be, vaguely based off of the story of Pinocchio, but I feel like all
Oh.
it is, it's just using the character names and whatnot, and then you play as Pinocchio.
And it's like Dark Souls and shit. Oh, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I saw a video talking about it yesterday, but it's gonna be like till 2023 till that comes out, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks closer to Bloodborne than Dark Souls, but since it's made by the same people,
Right.
Yeah.
Let me
It's
complete
just seems like a weird story.
complete
To like,
180,
they should be like, we need to remake this.
right? Complete
Yeah.
180.
Complete one. 80.
Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, is set to premiere in February
Oh.
2022, and it seems to be
Yes.
aimed at a slightly older audience, which makes sense. It looks really, really good, and it blends old and new style animations really well. I am so ready for this show. It's not
Sweet.
even
I'm
funny. I
excited.
love that show.
Sweet.
And there was a quick sex joke in there in the trailer, and I was like, "Ha!
Oh
They're
yeah.
doing it. They're
Yep.
gonna. It's slightly high. It's gonna be aimed slightly higher audience, which
Which is
it would have been
It is
fine if it'd been
nice.
for kids, but they know what they're doing.
yeah, I really like
Yeah.
how Disney is actually taking these steps to redo their classic like 90s cartoons and all that stuff, and like, you know, aging them up correctly here, because there was like one, what was it, there was one show that like it was supposed to get the reboot, and like the lead actress was like, they're not aging it up right, so I'm walking.
I have no idea.
And then it kind of like, it was kind of reflected poorly. It was like, okay, so they're not going to you know, redo these older shows for older audiences as well, but like everything they've done since that, it's worked. So hope it keeps up.
Oh yeah. So next is Disney Plus announced a series based on the book The Spiderwick Chronicles.
Yeah.
And I read that book in elementary school, and I'm very excited. If it looks anything like the concept art they used for the books, it's gonna be really good.
Nice.
That's cool. The only exposure to that I have is the terrible movie that came out.
Oh God, I remember that. That was a bad movie. I have that movie, I think.
I don't even I have never read the books, but I could very much tell that there's a lot in that movie that they left out of the book. Like
they always do.
I mean, yeah, but this one just seemed, even as somebody that hasn't like read the actual book itself, I feel like, you know, this time around they really got to do a lot better. They really got to just, I don't understand how hard it is to get the original author involved, you know, unless he's dead or whatever. But if if they're still alive and kicking, it should be easy phone call. Hey, we're doing a series about your book.
Come help.
You want to help?
And that's something I think, especially with all these new streaming services now, they can actually do justice to like book adaptations.
Yeah,
because you can't. It's hard to do a book adaptation into a movie and do it like really, really well. Especially if there's like a bunch of series. Like I know Harry Potter did it pretty well. I know a lot of people are like, but the movies were good enough to where it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But something like Percy Jackson, a series of unfortunate events. That movie was okay, but the series was fantastic. They really hit the nail on the head, or at least from what I remember. It's been, God, probably 13 years since I've read it, but all these streaming services allowed to do all these book series justice. So that's good. Apparently I missed something on Star Wars. There's a Boba Fett documentary called Under the Helmet, available on Disney Plus now. Nice. And then Cars is getting a series called Cars on the Road. Owen Wilson and Larry the Cable Guy will come back for their roles. And please, Disney, for the love of God, let Owen Wilson say "Wow."
Yeah, they completely missed that.
Just stop messing with the cars. I love the first movie. I love Owen Wilson. Larry the Cable Guy is all right.
No, I think it's for toy sales. That's it. It's so that because they know Ryan's gonna buy them all, so they're just gonna get it going now.
No, doesn't Ryan hate cars? One. Ryan hates cars.
Ryan's on 6 times in the theater before it came out.
Okay.
We went to the world premiere of it.
Word.
He loves that movie more than he loves himself.
I don't know why, but I vaguely remember him saying he didn't like it or something. Maybe it was the third one he didn't like or something.
Second one. No one likes the second one though.
Second one. Yeah. I kind of like the second one.
Wow.
Wow. Look at that. Funny. Did you like Monsters University too?
Yes.
Oh God.
You
didn't like it?
I hate that movie.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like it.
I am fairly certain that when RJ walked back in that back room, the bright light came on. He actually was abducted and replaced with the near identical clone, whose one mission is to spread these outrageous opinions.
Bad takes. Did you like Finding Dory?
I did.
I didn't like it.
It wasn't. I was more excited for it than I should have been. It wasn't.
I gotcha.
Bad, though. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good movie.
I actually am on.
To happen? No, but
it's fine. I guess maybe that's why I didn't like it, because I didn't want it to happen.
Right. Yeah.
I actually am on RJ's side with this one though. Yeah.
I think I'm like one of the few people who didn't like it. Like I know it's kind of like 50-50, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pixar, they announced a TV show called Win or Lose, which follows a co-ed softball team. I think they're like in middle school through the week that leads up to the championship. Each episode will follow a different character through the week. It will release in 2023.
Weird.
2023. Wow.
Why do they keep announcing all these things that aren't
so far in advance? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like most of the stuff they announced was either for like the end of this year, like the threw out next year, but I didn't realize that they had announced anything that far in advance. Like announcing
Yeah.
stuff that far in advance when these other projects coming in a lot sooner seems a bit weird.
And then Zootopia Plus was announced. It's a short form anthology series that will follow various citizens of Zootopia,
Nice.
which is cool because you could definitely there's a lot you could do with that world
Yeah.
of Zootopia.
Wait, you said Zootopia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that movie. I think it's a very good movie, actually. I mean, I think it's kind of an overlooked movie. I think not underrated, but overlooked in Disney's.
There was something that came out right around the same time as that like blew it out of there.
I don't know.
Was it Frozen?
Maybe. I don't know. Frozen came out in 2013. I think it was in the movie theaters until like 2015.
Okay.
But anyway, and then finally we're to Marvel stuff.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So this one caught me off guard. X-Men 97.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, like, and before we get into everything, let's try to go through things as in order
of release
as possible, because just in order of
okay.
It was like announced.
This is that's what I'm doing. I wrote it all down in the order it was announced because I was writing it as it was being announced.
There's only like X-Men was announced first, right?
It was announced first, yeah. It was weird because they posted the meme.
Oh, really?
The Wolverine meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's other stuff that like they
Yeah, I wrote it down in order.
Because like
Brennan.
I thought before that they did like
nope.
They did more stuff like about the shows that we already knew about, like a Moon Knight and like all those. Like there was more.
They might have released
right?
They might have released the. I was following on Twitter, so like that's how I saw it. The snippets, it was different. It was a different order in the snippets.
Interesting.
Like in the sizzle reel or something. I don't know. But the X-Men 97.
You can do it the wrong way. I'm fine with that.
X-Men 97.
Yes.
They're basically rebooting the old X-Men show, which I think is awesome.
They're not rebooting it.
No.
They're continuing it.
Yeah. Right. Sorry, they're continuing it, which means I have to watch it. It's supposed to be really good. I've never seen it.
It's okay. Hold on. Before we go on and saying that it's good, it's not a bad show. But it came out in 1997.
Yeah.
Around the same time as the Amazing Spider-Man television show.
Yeah, which I've heard is also good.
I mean, good is another objective word. These storylines and these shows are supposed to be straight from the comics.
Yeah.
But the fact that the Wolverine meme exists should just say what kind of show it was.
Okay. For the record, I've heard these things with like people are like with like rose-colored glasses and like nostalgia blinding them.
Yes.
So
that's a lot of what it is.
Have you ever watched the old Iron Man show from the 90s?
Yes, it's bad.
Awful. It's bad.
Absolutely horrible.
But nostalgia tells people no, it was actually pretty good. Was it?
No. The only thing that was good was the theme song, and even then,
yes,
it was just your stereotypical,
yeah.
We all love metal. Who doesn't love a good metal?
So the question is this show canon now? I'm assuming it is going to be canon, but not take place in like the Earth 616 or whatever.
Now we're overthinking things because the multiverse.
Yeah,
I think it's just a show.
I think since it's a television show that's meant for kids, I don't think they're gonna include it.
But it's just so weird that they announced everything else they announced is going to be canon in the MCU and like all that, and then just to have them one show that is not supposed to be treated as canon at all, I feel is like a little odd.
I think this is
the live action versus the animation universe or whatever. Maybe there's like a separate multiverse for the animation.
Yeah.
Or something.
I think this is just them dipping their toes into the X-Men pool that they have not tried yet.
Yeah.
They always just see if they like people like it. If they like it, then it'll give them the green light. Okay, we can start making X-Men like live action shows and live actions.
Because they're doing it's like Disney writers that are coming on for the show, right?
Yeah, I think so. They like gave us nothing. They just gave us posters and then moved on Twitter, and people were mad. They're like, give us more information, please, and they wouldn't. But
How much more news do we got? Because I might have to.
4 more things. That's it. Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel,
only
What
4.
If Season 2,
Wow.
Echo, Ironheart, Secret Invasion, and I Am Groot got
Okay,
poster release.
so
Kinda.
when you said 4 things, you mean you were gonna cram a bunch of stuff?
No, that
in
was
each
all
item?
one bullet point.
Yeah,
They all
just like
they all just
that's
got
all one. Okay.
Yeah,
got
that was like
posters.
a one. That was on Disney Day that got.
they got posters, and then we got a quick look at Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel.
I haven't seen the She-Hulk or
Any of those?
I haven't seen any of those images yet. I've just seen the title.
No, they gave us like some footage in the little sizzle reel thing that they have on Disney Plus.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, they were almost like teaser trailers. They weren't fully teaser trailers, but they were like, I mean, we got some in-depth looks at all the characters.
Yeah.
And like the Moon Knight show,
especially
looks incredible. Like
so
it
good.
looks kind of like the like a Netflix shows we had from a while back, kind of that same kind of like gritty and dark street level stuff, which looks really nice.
Yeah, there is one point where like you could see him coming out from being blacked out for a second, and there's just 5 guys on the ground.
Yeah.
Around him. So that was cool. The She-Hulk, we got like a really quick look at. They referenced the old Hulk show. And Bruce Banner was also there. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, we had Bruce Banner there, and like he's still in his Smart Hulk form, so it's gonna be interesting to see, because obviously the look we got at him in a Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, he was back in human form and no longer in Smart Hulk form.
RJ, have you seen it now?
Yeah, I've seen.
Okay, I was because I didn't know that I had seen it by this point, because I know it's on Disney Plus now. But
oh, all right, sorry,
didn't catch that soon enough. Okay, good. I'm glad you've seen it now. But
I don't want to spoil that for anyone. Sorry.
But so and then we got
spoiler alert for our listeners here. The spoiler was exactly 20 seconds ago.
And then we got a really quick look at Miss Marvel too. I mean, nothing really stood out
the Miss Marvel thing, I really like that look, because that show was originally supposed to come out before the end of this year, and to have not seen anything about how the show was, that was just kind of bizarre when you have all these other looks at other shows.
Yeah.
So to finally have gotten a Miss Marvel look, it looks like a really neat show.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for a Miss Marvel. It's going to be interesting to see how it fits into Captain Marvel, because obviously it's already been confirmed that the next time we'll see Miss Marvel is in the Captain Marvel sequel. And obviously Captain Marvel has had some kind of impact on the person who is Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
We won't know exactly what the extent of that will be until the show, but it looks really, really neat.
Yeah. And then finally they announced Spider-Man freshman year, and it will be canon to the MCU, will take place before Civil War, and is Peter's origin story.
I'm so excited for that.
Me too.
Yes.
We're also getting Agatha House of Harkness and Marvel Zombies.
Which I'm really interested in the Marvel Zombies thing, if that'll be like a continuation of what happened in like the What If episode, or before the What If episode, or if it'll be its own storyline completely removed from there that just kind of also features zombies.
Yeah.
Like if zombies was if like the What If episode was not necessarily a backdoor pilot, just a test for the concept of zombies, and now they're going in a completely different direction now that they know that works.
Yeah, more like a comic accurate thing, like really dark and gory and stuff like that. Yeah, it'll be interesting. And I wonder if they'll change the animation style, or if they keep the same one as What If. That's another thing.
I'm hoping they
really hope
change
they
it.
change it. Yeah.
What If it's kind of strange? A little strange animation style. It's a lot like Star Wars Resistance, which is weird. But that's all the news. We have nothing else to talk about, and we need this to be short. Oh, duh. Hawkeye.
You completely skipped over Hawkeye, yeah.
Hawkeye. God, that comes out next week, next Wednesday. That comes out. I really hope I'm off next Wednesday so that I can fucking watch it all day. Next Wednesday.
We get 2 episodes.
Is it not? So it's coming out episodic, or is it the whole thing?
No, we're getting the first 2 episodes.
Episodic, yep.
Oh, I'm just gonna watch those 2 episodes.
We're doing the first 2. Yep.
I'm gonna watch them over and over. I'm so excited for this show.
We've gotten full scenes of the show now, and it looks
Yeah.
really neat. Like I really liked the scenes we got. I really like how they're playing up the hearing impairments that Hawkeye has now.
Mhm.
Like in the whole scene where it's like, well, I guess you probably haven't seen the whole scene yet because it was like in between like the Moon Knight and She-Hulk and Miss Marvel stuff and all the older stuff that we've gotten as well. But like it's definitely worth a watch. There's like one scene where like Hawkeye is trying to like hotwire a car or whatever, and like the girl's trying to talk to him. What's her name? It's like
Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's trying to talk to him. He's like, I can't hear you. And then it's like she's like signing things, kind of as he's asking questions. She's like, how many guys are there? And she's like 4, and she holds up 4 fingers like in front of his face, like not like in a rude way, but like in a just to like let him know. So it's really neat that they're actually doing like a more comic accurate version of Hawkeye with like how well he can hear, which is not because he's
Well, and the chemistry between Haley Steinfeld and Jeremy Renner was just off the charts.
Yeah. I mean, like
such a great
works.
scene. Oh yeah. I'm so
Works.
excited for this show.
I saw
really
I saw the clip of
of
him talking of where they were like walking in the street and then they see the cosplayers.
Oh
yeah.
That one.
I saw that clip.
That was great.
That was really funny.
They have such great, and I hope the chemistry continues because obviously it'll just keep building up throughout the show. But like, it's so good.
I'm so excited for Rogers the musical as well. Just all that stuff. That looks like it's gonna be great.
Isn't Natasha's sister supposed to be
possibly
in the Hawkeye show?
Oh yeah, because I guess with the post credits scene of Black Widow, there may be some tie-in with that. There probably will be, but I haven't seen anything confirmed with that.
I have no idea,
Wally?
but
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of her being in kind of the whole point of the end credit scene there.
Yeah.
But you know,
I mean, if he's her target, then there has to be some kind of scene that they play out to where, maybe it's like one episode
right
of the show that they do or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really would like to see Hawkeye don the Ronin outfit again and use his Ronin sword against her. Like like maybe she ends up becoming like Taskmaster or something. I don't know.
Well, it'd be a very funny scene because whoever played Yelena, I can't remember her name. She was hilarious in Black Widow, and I mean Jeremy Renner is pretty funny too. So realistically, they could do a Rogers the musical because 3 out of the 5 Avengers sing or have albums out. Robert Downey Jr. had an album in the 90s.
Oh wow.
Jeremy Renner's a couple albums, and what's his Scarlett Johansson. She's got an album as well.
But yeah, and I'm excited to see who it is who's after them and like a lot of the scenes we've gotten here because with Yelena and Kingpin and then Echo, I suppose as well.
The Hand.
I don't know if she'd be on the good side of things or the bad side of things at first here. So I don't know if like she counts, but like sure, like the Hand even or just people who are mad about Ronin. Just there's a lot of possibilities. So it's gonna be exciting to see who's initially after them.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sure it'll change as the show goes on, or maybe it won't change.
Who knows? I don't.
Cool.
But we'll find out next week. So that should wrap everything up. This is less than it might be an hour.
This is slightly more than an hour.
Okay. But
I think we started at about 6:10. Okay. Or I mean, no time. You audience members don't get to know what time you start listening.
But if you guys like this, definitely subscribe, give us a like.
Yes, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, obliterate that comment section.
Leave a review if you're listening to an iPad on a podcast app, and go follow us at Chip Roasting on Twitter, on Instagram. I may post eventually. Who knows?
Yes. Or just follow a head account.
But yeah, that should be up. That's Brennan. That's RJ. Actually, that's not
Who am I now?
Brennan.
What? Yeah, there we go.
None of us are Brennan, and all of us are Brennan at the same time.
Yep.
Peace
that
out,
is true.
everyone.
Peace.
Have a good night.